So there's something I want to get off my chest because I just been holding in for a long time. I haven't really told anyone because I don't really got friends anymore, to be honest. I really kind of separate myself from the others, but I just feel like to be real with myself, I have to be real with others. And this video is just motivation to keep me going, I guess. But I'm just gonna throw it out there that like I used to smoke hella weed in high school. I just had a curiosity with drugs, tried different drugs. I'm definitely ashamed of it, but it's just the people I hung out with. Got introduced to drugs and just kind of had a curiosity. Like no serious like drug addiction, just trying different things because I'm just curious. I like to feel different emotions, feel different things. Well, one day I was talking to this one guy and he said he had some perks and I never tried it before, and I heard about people trying it, really enjoying it. So I bought one, right? And I took it, and within minutes I passed out in my bed. And thank God my sister was home. She's in the shower at this time. But so she walked in my room and I was passed out, not breathing at first. Like my sister and I, we have a good relationship. So she started filming. She thought I was asleep. She was just messing with me. But a couple minutes later, she knew something was up. She called 911, and this is when I started like coming back to life. So like I can't even explain to you what I felt. Like it's just so unreal. Like all I can say is I wasn't here. I didn't exist. But when my sister was on the phone with the operator, 911, this is when I started coming back. So I could just hear her cry and cry. And at this point, I'm paralyzed. I can't see anything. All I can hear is her crying. And I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I was in my head, I'm like, what is going on? And then the officers, actually, they came really quick. An officer pulled up within 4 minutes. And right away, he shot Narcan up my nose, and I didn't flinch. And then that's when he knew something was really, really wrong. So they ended up shocking my heart back to life. And I think this is when I really started coming back, I guess. I don't know, like it felt like someone was just tapping on my chest. Like I could kind of feel it, just like a little tapping on my chest. But my sister legit saved my life. She had to do CPR on me until they came. And then they shocked me back to life, but I still wasn't conscious. Like, I don't even know. Like, I wasn't moving. Like, I couldn't see shit. And then they put me in a body bag. Just to move me, I guess. Just to move me down the stairs to the ambulance. But this is when I got sucked back into my body, and this is when I felt everything. This is when I felt my body get cold, and then I'm like, I heard, oh, OD. So I thought I was dead, legit. I felt myself get zipped up. Like, I didn't know what it was at the time, but I could just feel myself just getting zipped up. And I'm like, I'm in a bag. Like, my body is in a bag. This shit is messed up. But so I got in the ambulance, and I could kind of see like the EMTs, the windows, and the inside of the ambulance. But they had to give me 8 cans of Narcan, and 1 is supposed to work. So yeah. But anyways, so I finally got to the hospital, right? So I finally got to the hospital, and then I could start to see clearly, but I couldn't talk at this point. And then I just remember in a blink of an eye, there's just the doctors around me, and then boom, they're just all gone. And I just remember there's something hot on my face. I didn't know, it was just irritating the fuck out of me. And then I had this really, really bad feeling in my stomach. And I wanted to call for help, but I couldn't. And then I just started throwing up. And I didn't know I had a mask on, so I started drowning in my own puke, right? And I was all hooked up. I don't know, they had an IV on me and everything. And then I just ended up just ripping it up. And I was just throwing up on myself, helpless. But then they finally came, cleaned me up. And honestly, the doctors, they're just beautiful people, so positive. Like, they seriously clean throw up off of me. Like, I felt so embarrassed because my bad choice just led to this. And like, I just did not think this would happen to me. I just thought I would never get laced with anything because I thought I could trust people. But no, I got laced and I legit died and came back to life. And it just kind of makes me mad because all these rappers be talking about these drugs, be talking about Molly, Percocet, like it's okay. And they're making money off these kids dying and overdosing. They don't know what they're getting. And they're fucking dying, and they think it's okay because the rappers with all this money, with all this bling, says it's okay because they doing it. And it's not. Drugs are not okay. Drugs are unnatural for the brain. And I think it's just so fucked up that the government be handing out these pills like it's candy. Xanax, Adderall, Perks, just hand them out. They're the biggest drug dealers out there. I don't care if it's legal or not. It's not okay. Pills are the worst for you. They reroute your brain. And it's just, how are pills gonna help a mental illness? Like, I believe in self-love, meditation. I mean, obviously, if you have a severe mental illness, then yeah, you need, prescriptions or some type of medicine. But I'm all about organic, like CBD, whatever helps you that's organic. But pills are not okay. And you just don't know what you're really getting. You really don't. It's just so sad. Just so many people dying from drugs. And just these kids nowadays, the generation under me, I'm scared for them. I can see them really starting to grow, be themselves, but at the same time, these kids are just doing bad shit, and I'm just scared for them because the people they look up to, the media, the people that they show is 6ix9ine, all these people they showing do all this bad shit, and it's like, why are you trying to show these kids all these, on Snapchat? I hate Snapchat now. I just really hate it. When you swipe over, you just see all this dumb shit. I don't give a fuck about that. And it's just so sad. Juice WRLD, I listened to, this shit made me mad. This was after my overdose. I was listening to Lean With Me by Juice WRLD, and he's like, lean with me, pop with me, get high with me if you rock with me. What kind of influence is that? Really? What? I love Juice, but what? What kind of example are you? But so I'm still healing from my overdose. I have PTSD from it. I'm so stressed out. I'm going through so much. This last year has just drained me, and I'm just trying to be so positive. About 8 months ago, my good friend of 4 years took my car keys when I was sleeping and crashed it. And he promised me to pay me back, and he never did. And my insurance didn't cover any of it because I didn't press charges. I'm not like that. I'm I don't want to ruin his life, so I fucking made my life harder. That's the type of person I am. I have way too big of a heart. and it just ends up hurting me. If you have a big heart, you better protect yourself, because people, I don't know, just I feel like people just only want to talk to me when they want something from me. They don't really care about me, and I just have trust issues. But anyways, the other couple of days ago, so we have a pool and everything, and it's been closed down. It's been closed down for a whole 2 months, and I never swam in it. And then a neighbor's like, "Hey bro, let's go at night and just hop the fence and go swimming." I'm like, bet. And like, I was hopping over that fence, and I looked back and I saw people saw us jumping over the fence, and then I had this thought in my head. I'm like, I feel like the cops are gonna come, but I didn't care. So we were just swimming, chilling. It felt so good. But anyways, we're about to get out, and then one of the neighbors are like, "Yo, get out of the pool." I'm like, I just ignored it, right? And then I look to the left, and I see 2 officers, right? But they just strolling. They just like cruising, like going at a slow pace. There's 2 of them, right? And then I froze. And I don't know, I just had very bad experiences when the cops show up. So like, I had the thought in my head real quick of like, should I run? And then I just thought about me like tripping over the fence and getting tased and shit. So I'm like, no. So I'm gonna own up to my decisions. So they pulled up, and as they are walking up, I'm looking at the cops, and the cop on the left, just in his eyes, like I could just feel something, and something like so unreal, like he knew me, right? Like he knew who I was. And they pull up and they're like, "Yo, just to let you know that one of the neighbors called because they bored, so there's people jumping over the fence and all that." And then they're like, it's cool. There's no sign saying that you can't jump the fence. You live here, you have a key." I'm like, bet. Like, okay, cool. Like, really cool. And I never met cops so cool in my life, right? I'm like, bet. So the next day, I told my sister about what happened with the cops showing up and how they were real cool. And then I told her what they looked like. And the one on the left was the first responder. And it just hit me so hard. It just made me feel some type of way, because this man right here saved my life. And like, just that feeling of their presence. Both the cops were there. Both the cops were super cool, did their job, did everything they could, saved my life. And sorry, I just get emotional. But just their presence, and like them not even talking about that one night, but I know they knew who I was, and deep down, at that moment, I knew who they were too. But like, what are the chances of that? What are the chances of me going swimming, someone calling the cops, and the first 2 responders pull up? They could have been off. I don't know. I think it's just God, and it's just, I believe everything happens for a reason. And I'm so happy that day happened, because I'm scared shitless of drugs. I hate drugs. I think drugs are awful. And I mean, I'm really trying. I smoked hella weed, and now after the OD, I smoked a little bit just with anxiety and trying to help me sleep. But I'm really trying to stay clean. Especially, I know from the other drugs, I'm done, completely done. And if any of your friends, some people, but if any of your friends like introduce you to drugs, or say, hey, like, I don't know, just kids, just like, they don't think. And when you're a kid, I know how it is. You're in high school, you just want to have fun. You don't think about your future. You don't think about your life, right? Well, I thought it couldn't happen to me, but it really did. And I'm blessed for a second chance to be here. But anyways, if any of your friends tell you to do drugs, cut them off. You don't need them in your life. You need to surround yourself with good influences. I'm so serious, because people will bring you down. That's not who you are. Find out who you are and just go down the right path. You will find it. Just don't let all these people distract you. Money's a distraction. Drugs a distraction. Sex is a distraction. Don't let that get in your way of you being the best person you can be. I don't want anyone to feel bad for me. I just want people to learn from my story. 'Cause I just don't want kids ODing anymore. It's not worth, getting high is not worth your life. And if you're alone and you're depressed and you really need someone, DM me. Like, hit me up. Like, we can talk on the phone. I don't care if I don't know you. I will be there for you, because I know how it is not having anyone there for you. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. So just be smart. Make good decisions. Like, say no to drugs and just spread love. Honestly, all you need is love. Love yourself and love others, and your life will be perfect. I love y'all.
Bro. Hello. Yo. Bro. Hey. Wake up. Andrew.